just refused to answer. Okay, somebody said, Hassad, you're clout chasing like a woman. You're spiritually discerned, Isaiah 8:20. Beautiful. So somebody real quick, click on that brother's profile, and I will be making a trip to his city very soon, Lord willing. If be the Most High as well, I will definitely be in that brother's city, and we can have a discussion about the Bible. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's just nothing like, we're not gonna fight.
Welcome to another video. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with the current donkey of the week. That dude whose name is Hassad. All right. Anyway, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This is going to be a response. All right. And the title is, we don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. Okay. We don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. Now, first, what's going on? The news of the day is really this guy, formerly from Sakari, goes by the name of Hassad. All right, he came up to the GMS Raleigh, North Carolina camp yesterday afternoon. Right, and for when you can check it out on this video right here. 2024 hopeful year of Jacob's trouble from GMS North Carolina 777. All right, and for the first, probably from the opening to about the first hour and 6-7 minute mark, that dude Hassad is up there. All right, he's asking questions, same shit we already answered, things we already made videos about. Everything he brought up, we already addressed it. Right, he brought up, the thing with hats came up. He was going off on that. We made plenty of videos on that. Elder Pascal Bar went into a video, going in detail about the hats and the Greekish fashions and all of that. All right, he brought up again Ezekiel 38, that came up. We did videos on that. He brought up is eating food offered to idols. Can we eat food offered to idols? We did plenty of videos on that. And the dude is not paying attention. All he's doing is kind of cause contention. All right. And the Raleigh brothers, they did an excellent job, and he also brought up the whole thing with Acts 15, I believe it is, among other things. There's a few things that he brought up. He even lied. He said he don't wear mixed fabric, which that's a damn lie. He does wear mixed fabric. He even tried to, what's the word? He tried to imply that he keeps the law perfectly, which that's also going off. He doesn't. He was lying right then. That's breaking a commandment. Anyway, like I said, the Raleigh brothers did an excellent job. Okay. Elder Hassad, brother Isaiah standing to his left, brother Kabad, and the rest of the brothers did an excellent job. And they just dealt with him lightly, really. And everybody knows GMS is we don't debate, okay? And Hassad is trying to press the issue because his ego is wounded because, let's face it, he doesn't have the oil. All right, and a lot of videos are coming out about that guy. But I will say this, as the video from Elder Bishop Manatazak did earlier, I was listening to it. We don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. And that dude Hassad is moving very funny and like an agent. And there's a short video clip, right, that was put up on the chat, and I basically used it in the opening of this video. And you heard what Hassad said. Okay, he said, what did he say? He said that it was a brother that came on his comment board from GMS Straight Gate Bah, which really, brother, if you see this video and you different brothers out there, don't go on these people's comment boards. Stay off of these people live chats and all that, because all they're going to do is gang up, and you're just going to give them, ammo and different shit they can use. And really, you ain't got none of us. I ain't getting on that brother because I don't even know which brother it is, what camp you're in. But you got to understand that this is what they're trying to do. Don't get drawn into the back and forth with these guys. If you got a problem, something that he said, or if you can get him in a sound bite, make a video. Address his doctrine. Getting on the comment board and saying something to this dude, and then what did Hassad say? His response was, and the brother said, Hassad, you're clout chasing like a woman. You're spiritually discerned. Now this is the thing. Spiritual discernment is a person can't be spiritually discerned. Okay, or what they can be, but that's not to be used as you're spiritually retarded in that sense, right? Discernment is something that is an ability. That's what discernment is. And I hear brothers use this a lot, but discernment is an ability. Okay. If you have discernment, if you can something that's spiritually discerned is something that's spiritually figured out. And then the brother used Isaiah 8 and 20. So, just watch out being on the comment board. And also too, there was another when you look at this dude, there's a lot of things I want to say about what this dude is doing. First, I'll go here, okay, because the video that he did, where this clip came from, the video is entitled "GMS Elder Tahar Orders Men to Snitch on Me." So this dude is being like a serpent. He's a demon. We know that he went up to the Raleigh camp because his ego was hurt, and he's trying to use GMS as a springboard. Because see, what's happened is he left Sakari. Now it's not good enough for him that he got over 15,000 subscribers. No, he's trying to build a name for himself, to build up the Cash App, to build up his following, and he's using GMS as a springboard. And he's going to use certain tactics. Now, the main thing that he said that I caught hold of, he said that somebody click on this brother's profile, and I'll be making a trip soon to this brother's city. So that's very agent-like. That's the shit Vocab Malone does, going from city to city, trying to combat, trying to approach different GMS brothers and different camps in general. So this dude, as the elder bishops and the elder apostles were talking about earlier, not only does he sound like Vocab Malone in his questioning, how he came up to the camp and being very serpent-like in that manner, he also sounds like him in, like one of these apologist guys in the way that he want to go from city, as soon as you say something about him, now he want to show up and have a discussion with you about the Bible. And at the end of the clip, he said, "Don't worry, we're not going to fight." Well, see, this is the point, the problem. And men you have to be honest with yourself. Eventually, if individuals continue to come around you when you told them not to, tempers could flare. Brother's been doing an excellent job of staying in the spirit, but that ain't gonna always be the case. And that's why he mentioned it. There ain't nothing to worry about. Don't worry, we're not gonna fight. It don't take but a little bit. That's why it's better to just leave men alone. Don't come around us. We don't want to debate. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to see you. And just because this brother came in your comment board, you shouldn't be saying, "I'm gonna go to that brother's city," whatever. You see, because the dudes that's with him, because he ain't gonna come by himself. When he came to the Raleigh brothers, he wasn't by himself. He had a few dudes with him. So you have to be mindful of all of that. And really, it seems like him just mentioning he want to go to somebody's city, he gonna make a trip to that brother's city. Well, you don't know where he is. What if he was in, I don't know, all the way across the country? You're gonna go across the country? You see, so that's very agent-like. Very agent-like. Now, I heard the GMS Boston brothers early in their camp, and it was a true saying. They said that, these certain guys are trying to use GMS as a springboard. And that's absolutely true. Because that's what Hassad is trying to use GMS as a springboard, but that's only one of the things he's doing. Let's look at this word springboard.
Springboard.
Now we know this in swimming, it's a strong, flexible board which someone can jump in order to gain added impetus when performing a dive or a gymnastic movement. We know that. But the second one, a thing that lends impetus or assistance to a particular action, enterprise, or development. Right? And used in a sentence, an economic plan that may be the springboard for recovery. If you go further than that, what does it mean if something is a springboard? If something is a springboard for something else, it makes it possible for that thing to happen or start. And we don't know exactly. I mean, he's using GMS to try to build his name up, of course, as this person that knows the scriptures, and he think he's going to confound all of us, do all of that. That's one thing, but we don't know what else. You have to be, it's not always about what you see. It's also about what you don't see. Apostle Gabar says it constantly. The thing that you don't see is greater than the thing that you do see. So you can't continue to operate in a manner in which you jump on the comment board and want to run to this dude, run on this program and say shit to him. Because, the same brother, when you look right here, GMS Straight Gate Bar, later on in the program, he says that red hoodie you're wearing is mixed fabric, James 2:10. Now, I get it, but you could have just, probably the best thing to do is just make a video, find a portion of video from the live camp, because he did say it. He said in the live camp that he didn't wear mixed fabric when he came up there to these brothers. So find that portion of video and then rebuke that. make your video, put the scripture up that you use. Because a lot of brothers, and I ain't saying this brother, but different people think it's all about cutting somebody. When meanwhile you cutting him, but you on his platform. You got to be careful, because now the dude saying he gonna click on your screen name. He want to come to the city where you at. You see what I'm saying? Shit could get started up real easy. So you got to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Let's read that. As a matter of fact, this is Matthew chapter 10. As soon as it comes up. So this is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 16. It's, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So we got to be wise, but at the same time, we got to make sure that we harmless as doves. Not saying that the brother's not harmless, but it goes further than that. It says, but beware of men. You got to beware of a dude. Suddenly this dude is all brazen, his chest all blowed up. He ready to just, all this time he could have been coming up to GMS camps, but why he wasn't doing it? Now he's embracing to do it, or emboldened to do it, and he's brazenly coming up with his chopped up mustache and beard, so we can only deduce that probably, well, we know for sure now that he's on his own, or him and Deacon is together, he can just pretty much do whatever he wants to do. You don't know what kind of demon this guy really is. I mean, some of it is starting to show, but you don't know what else he got up his sleeve. So you have to be mindful of that. You don't know these people. Matthew 10:17, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council. See, he could be trying to deliver you up to a council, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And, we can stop right there, because that was really talking about back then. But even us, we can take example of that. So you got to be mindful. You got to stay in the spirit. I know you want to go and cuss the dude out, and all of us want to go and cuss his ass out. You think I ain't want to, go in the scriptures and cut him? Of course we all do. But at the same time, he's irrelevant. This dude getting too much attention, really. I mean, you can rebuke his doctrine, but at the end of the day, he ain't worth going on the comment board saying nothing to. Then when you look at the people, how they talking on the comment, let me read you some of this shit they saying on the comment board. And look at his thumbnail. See, he's using the word snitch. That's a buzzword. That's a buzzword for carnal people. That's people in the street use the word snitch. He orders being the snitch on me. You see, we ain't this ain't the hood. Apostle Hart said, yeah, call the cops on Hassad too, which really, it's just allegorical saying that you really don't want nothing to do with this guy. You see, and then he puts Apostle Hart's face on this. Hassad is at our camp. This gonna bring it all the grimy ass street nigga Israelites of the world, man. You see, 156 people watching. Look. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, brother. Just don't, because this shit could go left real easy. Now, when you look on the comment board of some of the people, look what they're saying. These are not the most spiritual people. Look at this guy at Gucci Mane 5659. Now, first off, the name Gucci Mane, that's a rapper from Atlanta. Why your name is that, but you on the Israelite comment board? Gucci Mane, really? Yeah, GMS the wackiest camp. I don't even do camp. Stop right there. So this is a nigga here who don't even watch. He doesn't see the prophets. He just know he's an Israelite. See, when you say you don't do camps, he doesn't realize that the men in the camps are the prophets. That's who you should be listening to. These are the ones that Yahweh sent to warn, to wake up, to bring forth the gospel that will wake up our people, and to warn of the coming destruction. But he said, I don't even do camps. But the way they move is funny. Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you, Gucci Mane? Gucci. This person, Judah Mane. They weird, bro. It's probably the same person. This person says the same damn thing. I don't do the camps, but them GMS brothers so weird to me. It's crazy. So how you gonna say somebody weird? You don't even perceive that the prophets of the Lord are down here on the earth. If you thought the prophets of the Lord was down here on the earth, where would they be at? Ego Lesky, what would they be? You have no idea. They remind me of Jehovah's Witnesses. They prideful and hateful of their own people. If you don't align with they thinking, ask a question, they get emotional like women. No, we don't get emotional like women. We just tired of answering the same fucking questions that we already answered to this dude, and he admitted it at that live camp that certain questions been answered. But the thing is, why can't you answer it for me now since I'm in person? Nigga, We made videos. Every brother made these three brothers right here. All probably made videos answering Ezekiel 38. I know I did. It's been broke down to him, and even after it was broke down to him thoroughly from different brothers, elder apostles, and bishops, he still made a response after that, talking shit. So you know what? His ears are closed and they're dull of hearing. So as Elder Bishop Monatizak said, we don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. And from the onset, brothers told Hassad that they didn't want to even dialogue about it. You know, they didn't say it in so many words, but that was it. Now this person here says, and there was another comment too. Somebody said GMS they always look homeless. This person says, why does GMS look so rough? A lineup doesn't make you a sinner, does it? Just asking. So this is an individual named Emmanuel. He doesn't even know that getting the lineup is going off. How dumb can you be? Here you are on the comment board talking about GMS look rough, and see what you got to realize too is a lot of these people are set up, okay? And these people that's on the comment board, they just agents too. That's all. Why does GMS look so rough? A lineup doesn't make you a sinner, does it? Just asking. Well, wait a minute. Are you asking or are you making a statement? Because you sound like a fucking fool. You don't know better than that. Let's prove it real quick in the scriptures, right? And this is basic stuff. If you're on the comment board and you don't even know the basics, whether a lineup is a sin or not, you probably shouldn't even be fucking talking, man. You should be studying. But again, to brothers out there, this is what you deal with when you on these comment boards. So why would you go and get on this man live stream and say anything to him when these type of morons are the ones watching? It's not even there's no point in it, really. Let's see here, Mar. All right, just bear with me here momentarily. Yeah, this is Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads. See? And this ain't like this is something hidden. This is one of them scriptures that's, vague. Brothers don't know that much about it. You don't hear it that often. This always comes out. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. So yeah, getting the lineup is fucking going off, man. You don't supposed to line your damn head up. You see any of the GMS brothers' heads lined up, their beards? No, you don't see that. You don't see our damn heads lined up. Secondly, like going back to this thumbnail, you see this dude thumbnail. See, this is clickbait for him. GMS Elder Tahar orders men to snitch on me. Now this dude is nothing but a damn demon, man. And really at the end of the day, like I said, when he, when you see these people on this comment board, I know I saw another comment that said GMS always look homeless. Now, goddamn well, brothers don't look fucking homeless. That's just something to say. That's something for people to say, but it is what it is. You can't stop niggas from being niggas. Now, where I want to go after this, just bear with me here while I get it together. So let's go back to this word springboard, because that's what Hassad is doing. He's using, this back and forth, which I don't even like to use the term back and forth, but a perceived back and forth. He ain't got, see, this dude haven't been to the highways and hedges yet. Now he been gone from Sakara for over 2 weeks. Where's his highways and hedges? Where's his, preaching at? All he want to do is make videos, dealing with GMS. Now I don't know if he made other videos, so I'm not saying that's all he's doing, but his main videos that we know about is talking about, trying to go back and forth with us. This right here type of shit. See, this is the energy that he wants, and that energy that he put out there. Who's biting his hook? So you can't be the one that, the brother that run and go on this dude comment. But what for what? For what? In the amount of time you was on this comment board, you could have made your own lesson going into how he, wearing mixed fabric. That would have been more beneficial, in my opinion, And I'm not the apostles. I ain't giving men no orders. I'm just saying it don't make sense. You got to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Anyway, let's look at one more definition for springboard. This is Springboard from Cambridge Dictionary. A board that can bend, helping people to jump higher. No, it's not what I want. From vocabulary.com, a beginning from which an enterprise is launched. That's it. Quote, he uses other people's ideas as a springboard for his own, end quote. So in order to get the looky-loos to draw in disciples after himself, to make himself this big name. And he got a debate demon on him. What's he doing? He's trying to lure men in to have a debate with him. That was the whole reason. Why the fuck would you, after you done been reproved all week long about your stupid ass Ezekiel 38 breakdown, other than the fact if your ego was wounded, why would you him? We made plenty of videos answering the question already. Every brother did. He said he only watched the videos from Elder Apostles, which he said Tahar and a rhyme lob, which that's going off, which is what the Elder Bishop also addressed. What the fuck is up with that? You supposed to say Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle a rhyme lob. You see, Elder Apostle Gabar. You ain't above them. You ain't above us. You a new guy, but you think you on this level and you fucking proud, man. Now he's doing all of that for a springboard and for this. Let's read this 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. Now we're doing this for the kingdom of heaven. We're not doing it so we can be the guy, so we can be known. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Hassad is doing this so that he can get some, he can be looked at as that guy. That's why he's doing it. He's trying to build his name up because he's been in the shadow of Al-Azhar and Deacon. So now he wants to establish his own self as this guy with this, this profound knowledge and understanding. And he just look like a fool. And if you go on his comment board, then you're joining in with him, and you could wind up looking foolish. So just be mindful of that, brothers out there. Now I want also, let's play this again. I don't know if y'all caught it, but see, different people on the comment board saying different shit. Let's see if we can catch it. See this person, Dawad Yeshaya, GMS are filled with a bunch of phonies. Like I can guarantee you this person ain't got no ministry. Talking shit. Another person comes on there and says, the saddest part, Jehuda El Jahuda, a bug out. The saddest part of all this is wasted time spent on souls that already knows the truth, yet does for their own selfishness. When I don't know, it's hard to read it. Let's see. It says, I thought I saw it said when he focused, yet does for their own selfishness, when the focus is save souls that don't yet know truth and light. And you know what? That's actually a good comment, even though he a bug out, because that's what Hassad was doing. Wasting time. Now this person right here, Magan Israel, they don't want smoke is what it looked like. See, when you talk about wanting smoke and all that, that's street shit, man. That's street shit. You see this person here, Khalif Sabali, crabs in a barrel type mentality. How's it crabs in a barrel when we trying to prophesy and this nigga coming trying to stop the ministry from going forth to answer questions for him that's already been answered? If anybody's a crab, it's him. But see, you can't see that because you're a demon. Michael Gore, GMS need to tighten up. Tighten up on what? Everything that dude done brought up, we done crushed it. All right. And that's just the bottom line, man. So, let's get an alternate version of this scripture right here. This is 1 Corinthians 9:25 from the NLT. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. Right. This is what we're trying to get, the kingdom of heaven and eternal life. And our job is not to stand there and try to help you patch up your wounded you've been getting cut all week, talking to Hassad. So now I'm gonna, focus more on, and then we'll close this, but going into the Elder Bishop's video, what he talked about, right? We don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. And that's what Hassad is moving, like a very slithery serpent agent type, agent type of shit. Because when that brother came on his live stream, this brother, he said he gonna go to that city very soon. Well, that's some agent shit. Who got money to jet set and just go all around different places? You don't know where that man live. Anyway, this is Luke 20. That's some agent shit. Let's actually read verse 19. Now, when Yahushua, this is the same type of energy. Luke 20:19, it says, and the chief priests and the scribes, the same hour sought to lay hands on him. And they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him and sent for spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words. And that's what Hassad was doing, trying to trip the brothers up in their words, asking about, different various stuff that's been answered already, right? So he could come back and brothers, man, before we knew it. I remember I heard Elder Yashawamba and GMS Dallas, GMS Charlotte, GMS Indiana, different brothers up in GMS New York was going into it in a live stream yesterday. All this dude want to do is use this, or that was the day. He want to use this so he could go and make his own live stream and address it, even though he was in front of them at camp talking about, I'm not even recording, brothers. Yeah, but you knew you was going to take this and try to make a live stream out of it so you could do what? Use it as a springboard. It's very, very predictable. You see, but what he was trying to do was get the brothers caught in their words, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. Now he may do that. We don't know. You don't know what Hassad is up to. A lot of times when dudes leave, that might have been that could have been a reason they fell out. Maybe they see, we all assumed that Alizar was the one that might sell out. Maybe they wanted to sell out and he wasn't with it. You just never know. You don't know who them guys work for. They're rogue now. This is the NLT. It says, watching for their opportunity, the leaders sent spies. What were they doing? Pretending to be honest men. They tried to get Yahushua to say something that could be reported to the Roman governor so he would arrest Yahushua. Now, he didn't do that when he went up there and visited them. When Hassad went and visited the brothers, he didn't do something to get them arrested. But saying you're going to go to another camp to address something that a brother said on the comment board, that could be perceived as a threat, a thinly veiled threat, or some shit could jump off just so that brothers could get arrested. You just got to be careful, man. It's better don't be saying nothing to these people on their comment boards. You use your own platform. If they come on your platform talking shit, you got the opportunity to block them or address what they said. So this is what they did. It says, and they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, coming to question the Savior. Same spirits out there now, rolling up on us, asking us questions. You don't never see nobody going to question GOCC at their camps. You don't see that. You don't see these dudes with all this air in their chest. While they may, make videos about other groups, they ain't going to their camps confronting them. When you seen Sakari go and rebuke IUIC, even though they claim that they're in unison with IUIC, but you teach a different doctrine. As I heard Elder Yashawamba say today, why didn't Hassad go up to IUIC and ask them what the mark of the beast is, since he believes the mark of the beast is a chip like us, but IUIC doesn't? Why didn't he go ask them that? You asking us about Ezekiel 38 and all this other stuff that's been answered already. Why didn't you go and ask IUIC what the true name of the Father and Son is? You teach us Yahweh, although you and Deacon have started saying Lord and Christ now in your videos, which is, I heard Deacon say it. Anyway, and they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest the way of the Most High truly. Is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar or no? But he perceived their craftiness and said unto them, Why tempt ye me? Show me a penny, whose image and superscription hath it? They answered and said, Caesar's. And he said unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things which be the Most High's. And they could not take hold of his words before the people, and they marveled at his answer and held their peace. So really, Hassad, he had to leave yesterday without, he still tried to make a video out of it, but he had to leave without what he wanted. He wanted to trap brothers in their words. And it's the same energy from the wicked scribes and Pharisees, the chief priests. This is Matthew 22:15. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of the Most High in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of men. See, it was coming up there with, with loaded words, with fake ass humility, just like Hassad. Fake ass humility. Or Hassad came like these wicked men. Mark 12:13. And they sent unto him certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians to catch him in his words. That's what it's all about. Trying to catch you in your words, trying to trip you up, trying to tangle you, trying to get something he could use for a soundbite. All the while, he could be using it for a springboard, but he also could be using it to get you blamed for some shit later or to start some shit. You don't know. See, Jake come up there different ways, but you got to always remember we all men and tempers can flare. And also to be noted, now continuing like I said, tempers could flare. And also, especially when we've told dudes don't come around us. Just stay out from around us. See, Apostle Hart saying, call the cops on Vocab Malone or call the cops on Hassad. He didn't really mean literally call the cops on him. He was just putting that out there saying, look, you getting to that point where you're stalkers now. Just to let you know how aggravating it is for y'all to, don't pursue us to answer questions we've already answered. Okay? We don't owe you shit. Anyway, Galatians 2:4, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty which we have in Hamashiach Yahushua, that it might bring us into bondage. Excuse me. Yeah, and you got some of that going on. Now we can't say for sure that Hassad trying to bring us into bondage, but like I said, we don't know that he's not. And you have to consider all these different things on the table, because we know that you're going to have all types of agents of confusion trying to bring confusion. And that's something that the enemy does. Right now, Esau giving out top dollar to have men come and bring confusion into the truth. To come around the key men that's teaching the truth and try to make confusion however they can. That's what it looked like to me that Hassad is doing. The NLT says even that question came up only because of some so-called Christians. They're false ones, really, who were secretly brought in. They sneaked in to spy on us and take away the freedom we have in Hamashiach Yahushua. They wanted to enslave us and force us to follow their Jewish regulations, which I don't care for that translation, at all, really. So, these false brethren, because he comes up with that fake ass humility. Hassad came up with that fake ass humility. Don't y'all love me as your brother and all that different shit? I could say I don't love the dude. Because I don't know his intentions. I don't even know if he really even is an Israelite, man, at this point. That's just me saying it, though. Now, when Apostle Paul was describing some of these different things, let's start at 1 Corinthians 11:22. It says, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. And take that what I said with a grain of salt. And me saying that Hassad might not even be an Israelite. I mean, he teaches and breaks the scripture down like he is an Israelite, and he got the Israelite look, but you can't say for sure. The guy can't get the final points of the scriptures. There's so many things he's off on. He may just be a very fine tear. You don't know. Verse 23 says, are they ministers of the anointed? At least he's a tear in the spirit, which means he's not wheat. He's not of the elect. Are they ministers of the anointed? I speak as a fool. I am more, and labors more abundant, and stripes above measure, and prisons more frequent, and deaths oft. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice, meaning 3 times, was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. And journeyings often, and perils often, and perils of robbers, and perils of dangers, and perils of mine own countrymen, and perils by the heathens. So Israelites, put him in danger. Heathens, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren. All these different people. And by the way, Hassad also said when he went up there to the Raleigh camp that he believed that Priest Dan, Bishop Nate, Elder Zabak, and some guy from Light of Zion, he said he believed all of them was men of the Lord, but every one of them is going off in their doctrine and what they teach and all kind of other things you can bring up. So you can't trust that dude. So as it says here, in perils among false brethren. So that's one of the dangers you got to watch out for, false brethren. Let's see right here what it says. Matter of fact, let's get this in the NLT. So from the NLT, this is 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 22. It says, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the descendants of Abraham? So am I. Are they servants of the anointed? I know I sound like a madman, but I have served him far more. I have worked harder, been put in prison more often, been whipped times without number, and faced death again and again. 5 different times the Jewish leaders gave me 39 lashes. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. Once I spent a whole night and a day adrift at sea. I have traveled on many long journeys. I have faced danger from rivers and from robbers. I have faced danger from my own people, the Jews, as well as from the Gentiles, which Gentiles here was Israelite foreigners. Well, you know what? No, I'm sorry. He did say heathen, right? Which I didn't look at the word. It could be either or, because heathens also could be Israelites. It says, I have faced danger in the cities, in the deserts, and on the seas. And I have faced danger from men who claim to be believers, but are not. Ooh, you see that? And I have faced danger from men who claim to be believers, but are not. I mean, as long as you proceed in the manner of a man who thinks that all you doing, you just going against some guy on the comment board or some dude you perceive as weak, so therefore you want to jump on his live stream and try to cut him or show him up. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on behind the scene. That's why apostles told, what did Apostle Hart tell us to do years ago? He said, if you see another Israelite camp, don't approach them. And if you go on their comment board, you still approaching them. You ain't got no business going on their comment board saying nothing to them, especially a live stream. There's no point in doing it. And you open yourself up to, if he, hey, you get trapped on the comment board and this dude take this and, you know, make a mockery of it or do whatever he do, not just this, but the other thing, then, hey, can't nobody say nothing. You open yourself up. It's just like when these women come on the comment board and then some brother wind up, you know, going off on them on the comment board. Then they start whining. Well, what do we tell them, sisters? You shouldn't have been on the comment board saying nothing anyway, because when you open up yourself on the comment board, you are subject to scrutiny. And what you want us to do, ain't nothing we can do for you. So you have to, hey, what the Elder Monatizar say right here. I mean, as soon as the title comes up, we don't have to say shit to these agents and spies. We ain't got to say nothing to these people. We don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. He really meant when they come, they do. But that extends also to the comment board. You don't have to respond to somebody, especially, you know what I mean? I'd have just took the high road. I wouldn't even want to do. I don't even watch their videos. But you got brothers that do want to go there and see what they're saying. So if you do go watch, you just got to be in the background. Jude 1:3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Do we contend for the faith? You damn right we do. But how do we do it? How do you see our apostles contend for the faith? They make videos, right? We reprove and rebuke. You're very well within your rights to do that. If you thought this dude had on a doggone mixed fabric, which I thought the same thing, make the video. Find the sound bite where he says he don't wear mixed fabric, prove it wrong, and then bring your scriptures out. Don't go on the man's platform and then get trapped. Don't do that. Very unwise. Verse 3, for there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord power and our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, which that dude said that he worshiped Yahushua, but not like he worshiped the Most High, which that's a whole nother topic. You know, something else can be brought out on that. So just watch out. Let's read the NLT real quick. You ain't got to be saying nothing to these motherfuckers, man, at the end of the day. And he probably going to try to come into another GMS camp, but you know what? You can just ignore the shit out of him. Now, Elder Yashawamba said that if he came up to the Dallas camp, they might engage with him, and they might. You know, at the end of the day, if brothers choose to engage with the guy, if he asks him some questions or he breaks some new ground, you might go into the scriptures, but you don't have to. Because what did the Elder Bishop say? We don't have to say shit to these wicked spies and agents. We don't owe them nothing. Any of them. Jude 1:3 from the NLT. Dear friends, I have been eagerly planning to write to you about the salvation we all share. But now I find that I must write about something else. urging you to defend the faith that the Most High has entrusted once for all time to his holy people, which are the Israelites. I say this because some ungodly people have wormed their way into your churches, saying that the Most High's marvelous grace allows us to live immoral lives, right? Like lining your damn head up, wearing a fucking hat, covering your head. This dude actually said that in the verse where it says men should not prophesy with their head covered, he said it meant a veil. So you mean to tell me the only covering that man can have on his fucking head is a veil? What if he had a goddamn hoodie on? What about that? That's your head is covered with a hoodie on. It's got to be the exact word, or it don't make a difference. Yeah, okay. But that's how you know you're dealing with a reprobate. The condemnation of such people was recorded long ago, for they have denied our master, our only master and Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach. There you go. So I remind you, though you already know these things, that Yahushua first rescued the nation of Israel from Egypt, but later destroyed those who did not remain faithful. And that's what the Lord gonna do. Right now, he getting people woken up to the truth, right? We preaching the gospel, but when the destruction comes, it's gonna be a whole bunch of Israelites, and a whole lot of them who know that they're Israelites. Matter of fact, let's prove that. I'll read 2 scriptures. That'll be the end. First, Luke 13. This is Luke 13:22. And he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, strive to enter in at the strait gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. See, many people going to want to be a part of the truth. They're going to want to repent when it's too damn late. When once the master of the house is risen up and has shut to the door, and you begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence ye are. Then shall you begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. You see, people you're going to have men that say, I used to teach. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. See? Salakia. So right here it says, then shall you begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. So these are the ones that were watching. They're going to say, I know about the truth. I used to go watch them Israelites. This is the congregation that was following the wrong individuals. You see? But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. So this could be those that followed the wrong congregation, or just those that followed in vain, that wasn't fully committed. Now let's get to those that taught. You got a lot of non-committal Israelites who are going to get found unworthy. Matthew 7:21, it says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? These are the men that go out there now with all that Yahweh, Bahashem Rakak would die, saying all that. Deep down, you don't really even believe. You got men that done threw the garments away. They don't even use the garments. Now they say you can say Jesus. You can say this. You can say that. Let's go with these other books. You're going to have many people that try to. I used to teach the word too. I was in the camp. And in thy name have cast out devils. And in thy name have done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Right. So the Lord. Hey, it's going to be many broken hearts in that day when the Lord comes. So, that's the end of the video right there. Just watch out on the comment board. We don't have to say shit to these wicked ass spies and agents out here. And Hassad is moving very agent-like. Just because somebody come on your live stream, we're going to come to your city now. Don't be a vocab Malone. And like I said, he ain't going to come by himself. He's going to have men with him. Shit could easily go left. So learn from this and consider what you heard. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.